Philippe Coutinho joined Barcelona in a club record deal in January 2018, he became the third most expensive player in football history and was hailed as the successor to Andres Iniesta. However, his Barcelona career was an utter failure, with his most memorable moment being his contribution to the 8-2 demolition of Barcelona whilst on loan at Bayern Munich. For a deal that had so much promise, it was in actuality a catastrophe for both the club and the player, and in this video, we'll be looking at the failure of Coutinho at Barcelona. Coutinho's rise to stardom began in 2013 when he joined Liverpool from Inter Milan in a deal worth £8.5 million. He soon became one of the best attackers in the Premier League, known for his dribbling, passing and ball striking, as well as having the versatility to play centrally or on the left wing. After a few great seasons, he was naturally on the radar of some top clubs. Liverpool, however, was determined to tie their star player down and agreed on a new 5-year contract with Coutinho in January 2017. Coutinho was perfectly happy to stay, staying a few months before that Liverpool feels like his home. However, it wasn't long until Coutinho no longer wanted to reside in Merseyside. In the summer of 2017, Neymar unexpectedly left Barcelona for PSG after they activated his €222 million release clause. With a void in their squad left by Neymar, Barcelona set their sights on Coutinho. Coutinho immediately told Liverpool he wanted to leave, desperate to make the next step in his career. At that point, Coutinho had only played one season worth of Champions League football at Liverpool, with them getting knocked out in the group stage. Barcelona, on the other hand, had won the competition 2 years earlier and were willing to pay Coutinho a far higher wage. Jurgen Klopp didn't want to sell Coutinho under any circumstances though, with Liverpool releasing a club statement that confirmed he will remain a member of Liverpool Football Club when the summer window closes. After being denied this dream move, Coutinho picked up a mysterious back injury that ruled him out for the entirety of the summer transfer window. But he wasn't being truthful, as the scan revealed nothing was wrong with him. Whilst Klopp admired Coutinho as a player, he knew he had to be sold after this, especially as Liverpool could demand a colossal fee in the wake of Neymar's departure. Coutinho did stay on board for the first half of the 2017-18 season, however, and during this time he emerged as one of the best players in the world on current form. He bagged 7 goals and 6 assists in 13 Premier League starts, and also shined on the European stage, scoring 5 goals in just as many matches and assisting another 2 as well. Still only 25 years old, it seemed like Coutinho would improve on his already great numbers, seeing Barcelona shell out a base fee of £105 million, with add-ons that increased the deal to £142 million. This was their most expensive ever signing, so the expectations were high, with the club envisioning Coutinho as a hybrid of Neymar and Iniesta. Also, with the likes of Lionel Messi and his former Liverpool teammate Luis Suarez in the attack, Coutinho seemingly had the perfect additions to thrive. However, Coutinho faced a massive problem. He didn't fit the roles Barcelona wanted him to play. He wasn't comfortable in the Iniesta role, as he preferred to play further forwards, and also didn't have the traits to be a like-for-like Neymar replacement. The role that was more suited to his strengths was already occupied by Messi, roaming the central areas and being the team's main creator, and there was no chance Coutinho would displace him. Despite this, Coutinho had a decent start to life at Barcelona, scoring 9 goals and getting 7 assists in 22 appearances, which weren't Neymar numbers, but were still good. By the end of the season, Barcelona had done the double, cruising to their 25th league title and smashing Sevilla 5-0 in the Copa del Rey final, with Coutinho getting on the score sheet. The next season, however, saw Coutinho really start to struggle, managing a mere 1 goal and 1 assist in 24 league appearances in the final 6 months of his first full season. This was a stark contrast to Messi's 27 goals and 9 assists in the league during that same period, and whilst no one expected Coutinho to be on Messi's level, he was clearly the weak point in the attack. Barcelona still managed to win La Liga with relative ease despite this, but their fate in other competitions didn't go as well. In the Champions League semi-final, they came up against Coutinho's old club, Liverpool. They won the first leg 3-0, but Coutinho was largely ineffective, seeing him be whistled by the Barcelona fans as he was substituted off in the 60th minute, only damaging his confidence further. Messi defended him after the match, stating that it's ugly to treat a player like that when they're taken off. The return leg at Anfield was Coutinho's chance to redeem himself, but it ended up being a nightmare. Barcelona fell victim to a miraculous 4-0 comeback by Liverpool, and with Coutinho being taken off at the hour mark once again, he became a scapegoat for the Barcelona fans. Things then went from bad to worse, as later that month they lost a Copa del Rey final to Valencia. After a very poor season from Coutinho, Barcelona spent a summer window trying to offload him. This was a surprising turn of affairs. Both Barcelona and the player pushed hard for a move, and yet just a year and a half later, the club wanted him gone. Bayern Munich eventually came in for him, covering 100% of his wages and paying an £8.5 million loan fee. His time at Bayern had its highs and lows, and it eventually became pretty clear they weren't going to make the loan move permanent. The most notorious moment during his time there was the infamous 8-2 humiliation of his parent club Barcelona in the Champions League quarter-final. Coutinho was introduced at 5-2 with 15 minutes to go, where he then proceeded to assist Lewandowski and score 2 goals of his own to hand Barcelona their heaviest defeat in 69 years. To add insult to injury, Coutinho won the Champions League with Bayern Munich that season, activating one of the add-ons, which meant Barcelona had to pay an extra £4.5 million to Liverpool. Coutinho returned to Barcelona as a treble winner, but found himself in an uncomfortable atmosphere. Barcelona president Bartomeu and the board were determined to find him a new home, but no clubs wanted him, so he had to stay at Barcelona going into the new season. The appointment of Ronald Koeman as manager did provide Coutinho a glimmer of hope, however. Koeman started him in the central number 10 role, which Coutinho thrived in, getting 2 goals and an assist in the opening 3 La Liga matches. This good fortune didn't last long though, as he picked up a short-term injury, and once he recovered, Koeman started to prefer the 18-year-old midfielder Pedri. Then in December 2020, Coutinho picked up a more serious injury, which required a series of operations that ruled him out for months, cutting his 2020-21 season short. During his time out, Joan Laporta was welcomed back as Barcelona's president, with him inheriting the task of getting Coutinho out the door. However, the player's lack of consistency since 2017 and his astronomical £470,000 per week contract made finding a potential suitor very hard. And so as the 2021-22 season dawns, Coutinho remained a Barcelona player in a squad that drastically changed since he joined. 9 weeks into the La Liga season, Coutinho finally found the back of the net and roared in celebration, saying afterward, "I tried to say a lot of that shout," followed up by, "I want to be good again, to be the best Philippe I can." Xavi's appointment as manager the next month did little to rekindle Coutinho's career, as his lack of work rate, pressing and confidence on the ball left him on the fringes of the squad. In January 2022, Aston Villa decided to bring Coutinho in on loan, and with him contributing 4 goals and 3 assists in 16 Premier League appearances, they made the loan permanent in a deal worth £17 million. Whilst this was a significant loss for Barcelona, offloading Coutinho and his wages was a relief to them given their financial woes. Barcelona made plenty of mistakes towards the end of President Bartomeu's reign, but Coutinho's name stands out as the epitome of their missteps and is one of the most disastrous signings football has ever seen.